What's up to the one person that's in here? What's up? Yeah, I'm a little bit early. As always. Always early. Yeah, what's up? What's up? Before the show gets started, I would like to just say like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, especially if you like this content and everything. Yeah, go ahead, just yeah, y'all can do that now. Just like, comment, and subscribe. Let me try and get more people in there. Yo, 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 yo. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know my other side. I can no longer hide. Let you down so many times. Sin freshly crucified. Thought that I had a plan. Had it all figured out. Note the more that you try to be by my side, the more I pushed you out. Lord, make me over. Lord, make me over. Lord, make me over. Make me over again. Make me over again. Make me over again. Make me over again. Yeah. All right, y'all. It's showtime. Let's go. Let go. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh yeah, I'm counting down too early. Let's see. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Two. So, what? What's that? What's up, Amina?
Hello, hello.
What's up? How you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
I'm actually doing good. I'm actually doing good. Man, Amina, you ain't gonna believe this. You ain't gonna believe
What?
this. But man,
What am I not gonna believe?
I found the video. I found the our first live together. I actually found it.
Nice.
Oh man. Damn. But that thing is so goddamn cringy.
Is it bad? We were newbies. Well, I was a newbie.
Yeah, you was a newbie. You was a newbie, but I couldn't tell though. I couldn't tell. But listening to me, you can man, that nervous laugh. My God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I said, dang. Then I checked out the date, and the date was like November the 2nd of last year. I like God.
Right.
I like God
Yeah.
dang. I said,
It's been
dang.
a while. It's been a while.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Right.
So it's like before we get
Why is
started.
that?
Yeah. So before we get started, everybody just clap it up for Amina, cause man, she had a long journey. Ah,
Yeah, no, I definitely had a long journey on these stereo streets, but it's been great.
yeah.
It's been an honor to be able to come up here and have a platform and just be able to talk to the masses. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it.
Yeah. 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 So the subject of today is mental health. Whew, the struggles of it. Whew. Oh yeah. Oh
The
yeah.
struggles are real.
Yeah, the struggles are real. Oh yeah, before I forget, to the YouTube world, if y'all don't know who I'm talking to, I'm talking to the famous. Oh, she famous in the stereo streets, y'all. The famous talk show host Amina Hawk. Yeah, and
Aw,
yeah, yeah,
thank you. I am definitely not famous, but I appreciate you and your sweetness. Your sweetness.
yeah. So
Absolutely.
yeah, but the only reason why I'm calling her famous is because man, she's famous to me. You know what I'm saying? In my eyes, yeah, yeah,
Aw.
she's famous. Yeah, and yeah, she's one of the best talk show hosts that you can ever find. I mean, she's on level.
You're too kind. You are too kind.
I know I said I was gonna be serious, but I had to throw in some jokes in. I had to throw in some jokes.
Absolutely. I'm all about a good laugh and some good jokes.
Yeah.
So, King,
Mm-hmm.
how have you been? How have you really been, sir?
How have I really been?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just gonna tell you, I am a little tired.
Are you a little tired?
Yeah, cause I just came from work. I when I say I just came from work, I really just came from work, and then I did a show earlier while I was at work.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, I mean, I was listening to the playback. And I'm like, damn, I'm screaming on. I'm literally screaming to the top of my lungs.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm like, nah.
Okay, well, so we're talking, like you said earlier, we're talking about mental health,
Mm-hmm.
okay? And according to Google's dictionary, mental health is defined as a person's condition with regard to their physical, logical, and emotional well-being. So,
Mm-hmm.
excuse me, psychological and emotional well-being.
Mm-hmm.
So let's dive into this.
Okay.
Okay.
What's up?
So my first question for you, King, and
Hmm?
I asked you earlier, and you said you were like, but how are you truly doing right now? You said you're tired. What's
Yeah.
making you tired?
What's making me tired?
Yeah.
Well, besides,
Mental stress, physical stress.
I mean, my mental stress is, I mean, it's kind of alright. It's alright. It's not perfect, but it's alright. It's alright. I don't physically stress out. No, I really don't. It would be like really seriously all up in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like I go through more mental stress than physical stress, but I mean, but me stressing, I mean, the only thing that I've been stressing about lately is just this music thing. You know what I'm saying? Music.
Your music thing.
Yeah, the music
Okay.
thing.
So what about your music thing?
Uh, I mean, me and my best friend that lives on Houston, over here in Houston, he decided that he wanted to start a DJ business and everything, which is it's all cool, well, fine and dandy. But he wanted to add me, to the mix. And so I'm like, that's cool, that's cool, well, fine and dandy and everything. But there's a couple of things that we need to talk about first. First off, who we DJing for? Second off, second off, is we making our own beats? And, on both of them questions, he said, yeah. So he brought up the thing called a contract and everything. He said, man, sure, I'm gonna leave the equipment at your house, and man, sure, and you're gonna have to sign the contract. So if anything get damaged, I can sue you for it. I can blame you. So I'm like, yeah. So I've been worried about that. That has been on my mind, like seriously on my mind, deeply on my mind. Just just music, just making music, my music, just everything music. Yeah, music is the only thing that I've been stressing about.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
to get this talk going, I do have to talk myself. I'm a mental health professional, not a psychiatrist,
Oh.
a psychologist, counselor. I am just Keen's friend who just wants to have a good talk with him and just kind of see what's going on. Because today we were talking about mental health, right?
Yeah.
Different, and honing in on definitely depression and anxiety. Those seem to be like the two things that like seem to be really prevalent right now, with you and a lot of our listeners, and I know definitely for me as well. So, with that stated, do you, King, if you can be transparent and honest with us and the listeners, do you ever deal with being depressed or having depression within you?
Yes. 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 I have been depressed before. Actually, sometimes I still go through depression. You know, it's just now I deal with it in a different way. I deal with it by thinking positive. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. But back then, oh man, I mean, especially after my breakup with my ex, yeah, I was dealing with it real bad. Like, to the point that there was a point in my life where I actually cut myself. That's how bad I was
Really?
actually dealing with depression. Now, the reason why I don't cut myself now is because on that day when I started to cut myself and everything, I asked myself, I was like, why is I'm doing this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why? Why am I doing this? Where is all this coming from? And basically, I had to realize that I love myself too much to just hurt myself like that. So I was like, man, I put the razor down and just never did that again. But as far as me going through depression, yes, I've been through depression before, and trust me, it is not. It's not something person want to go through. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it really ain't.
Well, it's really important that when you're having these struggles and mental anguish and fights when it comes to depression, to definitely to talk openly with somebody that you trust, that you feel comfortable with,
Yeah,
somebody that can, help you to, redirect those thoughts, whether that's with a therapist, a counselor, a psychologist, or just maybe a friend that you trust, that you know that will speak wisdom and words of encouragement over you. So
yeah.
I applaud you for being open and transparent
Well,
with this
see,
topic.
the reason why I'm so open and transparent with this topic is because I've been talking about my struggles with depression since last year. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I'm kind of used to it, but then I know that not everybody knows my story. So I you know I just decided to share my story. Just
Absolutely.
yeah,
No, and I totally get that.
yeah.
Um, so, like, what things do you feel, or what aspects of your life do you feel affect your mental wellness? So, once again, we're talking about how you deal with depression and anxiety.
I
What do you
mean,
think? What do
I'm,
you think affects your ability to your mental wellness?
um, well, well,
Other than
I'm just
music,
saying.
anything else?
I mean, see, I'm just saying this from my point of view. It's a lot of times what people say to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
For example, there was one time I know that I'm bald now, but that was one time
Yeah.
but that was one time that I shaved my whole head off all because a girl called me ugly. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, that was just one time. Like she called me ugly, and I was like, damn. dang, that was rude. So
Right.
when I looked in the mirror, when I looked in the mirror in the bathroom mirror, by the way, I was just shaving my beard, and then I just kept on staring in the mirror, and I'm remembering like what somebody told me. They said if you don't like what you see, then you should change it. So I didn't like my hair, so I just shaved my whole head off, trying to look like my dang on father.
You know what's so interesting about depression, anxiety? A
Hmm.
lot of people can play it off well. A lot of
Yeah.
people, when you see them, you wouldn't even think. Like when I look at you, I wouldn't have thought that you struggled or you were working through, you
Hmm.
know, depression and having anxiety. Because I didn't see that in you. Every time we talk on the stereo streets, I always feel such a positive vibe from you. And you're always bringing joy and laughter to every show that we have done together. So hearing that at one point in your life, and even at this moment that you struggle with depression and anxiety, and it's just funny. I think we need to be aware of that. That although your friends and family might greet you and meet you with a bunch of smiles
Hmm.
and laughter, deep down inside they might just be masking true mental health issues
Well,
that should not go unnoticed.
yeah, see, the reason why it's so easy for me to mask it is because, like, I've been in church all my life. And one of the things that church people do, they mask their problems. Like, like the first thing if you walk up to a church person and you say, "How you doing?" First thing that they say, "I'm blessed and highly favored." Now, if they do it like that, then they are actually doing well, good. But if they say it like this, "Oh, I'm blessed and highly favored. Yeah, the Lord is good all the time and all the." If they saying like that, something going on. Something is wrong.
Right. You can just read right through that. Absolutely. Hey, let's go to this message, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Big talk, big talk. Yeah, mental health in America should be the forefront on the subject, but I think that is something that has not been acknowledged in very kind of ways. Huge topic.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Especially in America or in the States. It's really sad because there's still a huge stigma around mental health and being able to utilize the resources that everybody, in my opinion, should try to monopolize, whether that's, seeing a mental health professional, whether it's a therapist, a counselor, a psychologist, you know, in a lot of cultures within the United States, people have had pushback from friends and family
Mhm.
when they say that they want to seek medical professionals, and they're like, no, like you're not crazy. That's for crazy people. And
Yeah.
it's like, no, it's not for crazy people. It's for all people. And if you have the ability to, see a mental health professional, I would definitely recommend it. And I honestly think that it should be a requirement for everybody because we all struggle with some kind of, mental health issue, whether it's anxiety or depression
Mm-hmm.
or schizophrenia. Like, there's a plethora of disorders that unfortunately people have to deal with on a daily basis, and that they shouldn't be ashamed that they want to seek out help. And truly, really, what it is you're just bettering yourself. You're just equipping yourself with the knowledge and the resources to be able to thrive in the very chaotic environment that we're all in and live your best life. So nobody should be ashamed if they're seeking help because really what you're doing is you're just seeking to better yourself and to give yourself the necessary um, tool set to be able to mentally and physically prosper.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, do not be ashamed to go to a therapist and get help. Like, seriously. Like, man, they had to convince me of that last year. They like, hey, go to a therapist. And I'm talking about people on stereo because for some reason last year I kept on running into therapist after therapist after therapist, and they kept on saying, "Go to a therapist, go to a therapist." I'm like, really? And like they like, yeah. I mean, you literally need one. And I'm like, I don't know. But they kept on stressing that, so I'm like, yeah, I need to see a therapist. Especially how,
No, absolutely.
yeah, especially how,
What you said?
yeah, especially how crazy my mind can get. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
need, yeah, yeah, I need a doctor.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mm,
There's so many different kind of mental disorders out there, conditions like, you can be clinically depressed, there's anxiety disorder, bipolar
mhm,
disorder, dementia, attention deficit, schizophrenia, obsession compulsion disorder, autism, post-traumatic stress disorder. There's so many different things that a lot of us
mhm,
may go through or may experience or have with, that we're dealing with. And a lot of times they go undiagnosed. And a lot of individuals are, going day to day. They don't know why they're feeling a certain way or
yeah,
why they have certain moods or thoughts. And it's really because they haven't seeked the proper help that they need to get. So never
yeah,
feel shame if something doesn't feel right. If
yeah,
your
yeah,
thoughts, seem a little different, it's okay. You
yeah.
know, get that help that you might need. Go ahead.
Yeah, and another thing that I'm going to stress: do not self-diagnose.
Yeah, the Google can be very scary, and if you are
Yeah,
not a mental health professional, you
no,
may not want to just self-diagnose. I'm right with
yeah,
you.
yeah,
And
yeah. You
I'll just
really,
state one more time for disclaimer: King as well as I, we are not mental health professionals. We are not psychologists, therapists, or counselors. We're just two friends here on these Carrier Streets that just want to have a conversation about mental health. So
yeah,
go ahead, King. What were you saying?
yeah. The only reason why I'm saying that you shouldn't self-diagnose is because, man, that's just gonna make you more paranoid and crazy. It's gonna give you more anxiety. This I mean, you're just gonna be rocking and smoking a cigar, talking about I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, no, no. And it's basically, I'm telling you this from experience. Don't self-diagnose. Because one time I self-diagnosed myself, and I'm like, God dang, I felt more crazier than I mean, what's a crazy person name? Shoot, I felt crazier than Pretty Griffin. Like what?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, yeah. So y'all be careful. Don't look everything up on Google, cause Google do lie sometimes.
Okay. All right. Well, let's jump into some of these messages. The listeners have wonderful words to say, so let's hear.
One big step that I've taken um, when I was in a very deep depression and facing bipolar, I always use the word face because we tend to say I am bipolar or I am depressed, and that only affiliates us more with the illness, and that's also what we tell people that we are. So what has worked for me really well, and I hope it empowers others, is separating yourself from the illness and saying the illness is something that I face. It's not something that I am. See, I'm Armando Aguilar. I'm not bipolar. Bipolar is what I face. I used to face.
Yeah, I know what he means by that, Gladys, man. I used to tell people all the time. I say I fight depression. No, and yeah, depression is not me. I fight it. I fight against it all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And I really do like how what Armando said, when you facing it, because you don't want to speak certain things over your life. You definitely
Oh
want
yeah,
to
you really
still
don't.
acknowledge that you're an individual who happens to just be working through this illness, or you're just facing your illness. And it really does help you when it comes to self-esteem and just being able to be empowered in you know in dealing and facing with whatever disorder or condition that you are currently going through. So I
Hmm.
think that is very, very important. I I love it. And it's actually one of my next things that I was going to bring up. According to the National Alliance of Mental Illness, they definitely want people to be conscious of the language that they speak. You know, um, it's very important of the verbiage that you speak over yourself and over others, because once again, we want to normalize being able to seek the proper help if you need it. If you feel like, you know, if there's an illness that you're going through that you cannot face alone, and you feel like you need more education, more the ability to be able to redirect certain thoughts, seek the proper assistance. Do
Yeah.
not battle this alone. Do not face it alone, because it is not something that you should have to go by yourself. You know, there are a lot of people who want to empower and uplift and give you the proper care that you need, so that once again you can thrive in society in your day to day. You
Mm-hmm.
know, um, you said that you're able to mask your anxiety and your depression.
Yeah.
Were there any signs that signs of you that you were struggling or to face these disorders that you felt like your friends and family should have noticed? So
One
that
thing.
like so the people who are listening, if they saw the signs that you had, that they might be able to pick it up on someone that they care about, maybe be able to help them out.
Okay, so one of the things that my family should know this is basically some of the things that I'm mentioning I didn't normally do. Okay, so one of the things that I started doing was drinking. Yeah, I normally didn't drink that much, but man, when I was going through my depression, that bottle was getting turned up, or any kind of anxiety. Yep, that bottle was getting turned up. Another thing that I was doing was smoking, which is yeah, which is how I know that smoking weed ain't for me. But yeah, and yeah, I was doing a lot of drinking and smoking, and basically, and then it was not only that. It was not only them two. I told my family what was going on. I told my family what was going on. And my family basically told me that no, that's not real. My family just felt like I was just making it up. And I was like, why would I make up something like that? You know what I'm saying? Or my
Yeah.
sister, like, she would always say this. She would, and this is my younger sister talking to me. She's like, um, if you know that you're depressed, then you're not depressed. It's like, what? What kind of sense does that make?
No, it doesn't make any sense. Just because you
Exactly.
are aware and educated of your current condition that you're facing doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It just means that you've mastered that first step of
Yeah.
acknowledging it, and now we need to move forward and figuring out what's the root cause that is bringing upon this depression, that is
Yeah.
bringing upon the anxiety. I feel like a lot of times people will exhibit and, you know, face these various disorders or illnesses, and then
Hmm.
try to just put a band-aid over things, or they try
Yeah.
to mask it instead of truly diving deep and figuring out, well, what is the root cause? Why am I depressed?
Yeah.
Why do I have anxiety? You know,
Yeah.
why do I have X, Y, and Z? And I think when people can have enough courage and and be able to really just figure out and really sit with themselves and figure out what it is that is causing these conditions and illnesses, I
Hmm.
think that they'll be able to be a lot, you know, a lot more and be more beneficial when it comes to being able to,
Hmm.
you know, face them and conquer them, you know, or
Yeah.
at least be able to redirect where you can live in a comfortable state of mind. All
Yeah.
right, let's go to our messages, okay?
Hmm.
You're being amazing and transparent, and so are our listeners, and I thank you so much because, like I said, majority of us do have mental health issues that we face from time to time, and it's encouraging to know that we're not alone. All right, let's go to this. Amina. No, what's up, Amina? I haven't seen you in a minute. What's up, kid? Hello, hello, hello.
What's up?
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for joining in with us. All right, let's keep going. I have
Trust me.
Yes.
Trust me. I heard of it and I dealt with people with it. Like I have a not being racist. I'm just stating what he looks like. So basically, I have a white
No.
friend. I have a white friend who has a personality disorder. Like every time I go to his house, he's always somebody else. First, like man, and then he changed from girl to boy to this and to that and have all these different names, and I'm supposed to just know which one he turned into. I'm like, oh,
Okay. Well, let me stop you right there. Okay. It doesn't matter what ethnicity that your friend is, number one. Number two,
mm,
yeah, having personality disorders can be very confusing and frustrating for both the individual who is currently facing this issue as well as the ones who are interacting with them because it can change. For those who do not know what a borderline personality disorder is, it is, according to Bing.com, a mental disorder characterized by the instability in mood, behavior, and functioning.
mm,
Okay, a person who has borderline personality disorder, once again, has unstable mood swings, identity disturbances, emotional instability, antisocial behavior, and anxiety. Okay, a lot of often it is treated with a medical professional who will advise and give the proper treatment. And it's very common, more than 3 million cases per year in the U.S. So it's something that a lot of individuals, especially in the U.S., do face, and it's something that we need to normalize and take seriously and give it the attention that it needs because it can really halt an individual's day-to-day functions.
oh
It can
yeah,
be confusing and detrimental. So it's not something we want to joke about, but it is something that's very real. And
yeah,
to our listener that chimed in, hang in there. Hang in there just to help them.
yeah.
I know you are
Please,
an amazing individual, and thank you for your transparency. Just like King, it's not easy to get up here in front of multiple individuals and be transparent and admit that there's something that you're facing. But because of your bravery, a lot of people will be inspired. So thank you.
yeah.
So King,
Hmm?
you stated how you tried to come to your family, you were seeking assistance and guidance and help, and then they kind of just turned it back on you, or they didn't give it the attention that it deserved.
Yeah.
So my next question for you is, what would you have preferred? Like, how could they have supported you? What did you need from them? What were when you were seeking them?
I mean,
How could they have supported you in your mental health?
I mean, actually, man, they could have supported me just by getting me help, like, or just by loving me and letting me know that I'm not alone in this thing. Because there was a lot of times where it's just like I felt like I was alone. Like, there was a lot of times where I felt like the whole world was against me. There was a lot of times where I felt like my family was against me and
Yeah.
everything, which is, I mean, it didn't help the issue. It just made the issue worse. I mean, I'm not scared to admit that basically the things that I'm talking about, basically I'm just now like actually dealing with them all because of the simple fact that I'm down on studio. You know what I'm saying? I've been talking about it on studio, so then yeah, I'm actually dealing with it and actually facing it. And now I actually realize that basically, yeah, my family is not gonna help, so I gotta help myself. You know what I'm saying? Or
Right.
try, or at least try to help myself. So it's just like one of the things that I want to do. One of the things that I seriously want to do is go to therapy. Like seriously, I really gotta see what is really wrong with my mind.
Absolutely.
Like seriously, and I'm not ashamed to say
And
it.
no, and it's something that, like I said, I feel like this is how we're required well, not required, but how it's recommended that everybody goes to the dentist at least twice a year,
Hmm.
and how everyone does like a yearly checkup. I feel like that everybody should also make a mental health appointment as well, at least a couple of times a year, just to check in with your mental health professional. If there's any, um, conditions or issues that you feel like you're mentally or physically facing,
Hmm.
definitely maybe speak to a mental health professional that can help you to understand it, to pinpoint what may be going on, give you interventions or redirections that can help you to be successful in those operations. I think that's very, important, and that should be something that I feel like should be normalized, especially in 2021. Because 2022 or 2020, excuse me, was extremely difficult. All right, Kate, let's go to these messages. You're doing amazing, okay?
Hmm.
When you talk about the proper help that they should get, often I feel like the system, the help that they are willing to give people, especially in the UK, is like medication, medication, medication. And I don't think that that's the proper help that people should get. I feel like, and I've got this book by, let me see the author's name. Um, it was so interesting, I haven't finished reading it. It was Peter Bregan, Toxic Psychiatry. And even though I've never really been part of that system, I'm very interested in all that kind of stuff. And it talks about what works and what doesn't work. And medicating people and stuff like that is not going to work to help people, irrespective of what mental illness they may be labeled with or whatever. Because that's all it is really, is labels. It just categorizes people because you know what, there's such a large overlap between all those things you mentioned, like bipolar, schizophrenia, even like depression. A lot of them.
Yeah.
Oh, please, definitely chime in,
Chime
Kate,
in.
because you're making some great facts. I would keep going.
Amina, great show yesterday. Keep on crushing it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We definitely did have an awesome show yesterday. That's Armando, and I'm one of his guest
Oh,
hosts on Friday nights at 7:30. So if you get a chance, definitely tune in.
oh
But
yeah.
back to us, King. Let's keep going on through these messages.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for talking about this. I just want to say the biggest moments where I've felt most helped was when a friend of mine just would listen to me. Often when you struggle with mental health, people are quick to fix you. And often people like that just need a ear, an open ear to listen to them. So, yeah, that's one of the things that always helped me, knowing that people would be able to just listen to me without judgment. So I wouldn't feel alone. You guys are doing awesome. Thank you for talking about this. This is not an easy subject. I want to give you a big shout out to Micaiah and for doing this. Bless a lot of people.
Well, I gotta say this because it's on my mind. But what inspired me to actually do this type of show was my co-host Amina Hawk. She inspired me to do this type of show. And you probably don't know how you inspired me to do this type of show, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay, so a few months back, you did a show about forgiveness, right?
Right.
Yeah, you did a show about forgiveness, and as I'm listening to your show and everything, you said, well, one of y'all said, I don't remember which one, but somebody said that unforgiveness can affect your mental health. Yeah,
Right.
and y'all dealt with it, but y'all didn't go into details on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just like y'all dealt with it a little bit and then y'all moved on from it. So I'm like, that's a real good idea, to actually talk about mental health. But however, I knew that I couldn't be just the wacky and funny Micaiah, you know, and everything. I really
Right.
had to be like the serious. I mean, y'all get to see the serious side of me now, like me not making jokes and everything. So yeah, I had to prepare myself months and months and months before I presented her with this, topic and everything.
Well, I'm so happy that you did because, the German guy said, this is a topic that hopefully will, inspire multiple people that are listening into this live as well as myself. That one, if you are going through some kind of mental health condition or illness, you are not alone. Millions and millions of people worldwide deal with this on a daily basis. That too, we are empowering each other to seek out help that you may feel like you need, whether it's from a professional or a trusted friend. There are various skills that we can do personally that can help to redirect certain, thoughts that you may have, but ultimately seek a mental health
That's
professional, and they will give you the tools that you need. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Jumping
and
into
do
our messages.
yeah.
Thank you guys so much for being here with King and I. Amina Talk. Once again, neither of us are mental health professionals. We're not a psychiatrist. We're
Yeah.
not therapists or counselors. We're just two friends that literally just wanted to have and talk about mental health because it's so important and near and dear to our heart.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
I have a question for both of you. Do you feel that a lot of times it's projected from childhood?
But it's, I'm sorry, I don't think I understood the question.
I mean,
Did that individual say projected or that it's stemmed from childhood? Is
I
that the
mean,
question?
I think he said stem from childhood, and here's the thing. Here's the thing. I believe that some mental illness actually comes from your childhood. Like if you grew up in a bad home, like seriously, like if you grew up in a home where the father is beating on your mother all the time, yeah, that can damage you seeing that as a child. That can really just damage you. Or you growing up in a home where it's just like your mother don't pay attention to you a lot. You know, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, it does come from childhood, but I mean that's not the case for other people. And when I say that's not the case for other people, because some people live in live in live with a nice family. You know what I'm saying? Just nice and friendly family and everything, and just something went wrong, like a breakup or something like that, or they almost got hit by a car or something like that. I mean, anything can trigger mental illness.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what? You're definitely right. You're some of the ways that a person can get mental illnesses is definitely that it can be an inherited trait.
Ooh.
Mental illness is more common in people whose blood relatives have also had that mental illness.
Ooh.
Definitely what you were saying, the environmental exposures
Yeah.
before birth. So definitely in the womb, and then this is according to MayoClinic.com. Exposures to environmental stressors, inflammatory conditions, toxins, alcohol, or drugs while in the womb can sometimes be linked to the development of mental illnesses as well as brain chemistry. Um, Neurotransmitters are naturally occurring brain chemicals that can carry signals to other parts of your brain and body. And when the neural network involving these chemicals are impaired, the function of nerve receptors and nerve systems change. Okay, which can lead to depression and other emotional disorders. So there's various ways that a person can develop a mental illness, and we just need to educate ourselves and be able to pinpoint that so that it can be properly diagnosed as well as treated.
You
Okay,
know, you
so
know,
absolutely, absolutely.
I'm kind of glad that you actually said that you can inherit you can inherit it, because there's like there's a couple of things that I'm avoiding, trying to avoid talking about, but I don't think I'm going to avoid it any longer, because because we're talking about mental health and everything. But I'm gonna tell you about it after you click these two messages.
Okay, absolutely. Go ahead.
Another thing is obviously after the Industrial Revolution and because of technology and all these things, it's quite a recent thing that we're always working from home, we're always working in the office, we're doing sedentary sort of jobs. But before the Industrial Revolution, of course, there was the Agricultural Revolution, and before that, humans were hunter-gatherers, were designed for running. Actually, the animal that can run the longest distance without getting tired is a human being, because humans in the past have outrun animals so that an animal dies of fatigue. And so the reason I'm saying this is because we're trying to move our bodies, and we sort of release dopamine when we do that. So I think it's really important also to try to live an active lifestyle, try to move your body, that kind of thing. Has helped me with my mental health.
well,
Yes,
it's,
absolutely, absolutely.
well, I move all the time.
Time is growing, but definitely when it comes to mental illness, your body structure and components are very, very important. Like you said, if you're moving and exercising, and let me go, I'm going to go forward with this. If you're eating correctly and you sleep, drinking water, all of that can help you when you face your mental um, illnesses. It can give you the energy and give you a clear mind so that you're able to face and focus and be able to deal with whatever mental illness that you may be stemming from or dealing with. So definitely physical health is very vital. What do
Well,
you
that
think?
well, that explains why I haven't been feeling sad lately. Shoot, I've been moving around. Yeah, I've been moving. Be on the serious note, the thing that I was trying to avoid, but since we're talking about mental health and everything, yeah, I can't avoid it anymore. If you was in my last live with Crystal, I revealed I revealed a couple of things that I hate about myself. And one of the things that I said that I hate about myself is my learning disability. You know, basically, yeah, I inherit my learning disability from my dad and everything. And another thing that I hate about myself is my ADHD. But the thing is, my ADHD is my personality. It's why I'm so funny. It's why, I act the way I act. You know what I'm saying? But when people learn that I have a learning disability or ADHD, they treat me as if nah, they don't treat me. They call me dumb, stupid, retarded, which is why I don't express that I have it all the time. And then when I express that I have it, people that are friends, that are straight up friends, when I express that I have it, they treat me differently, like way differently, like my brother-in-law, when he found out that I have a learning disability, he decides to get on Instagram and ask me a whole bunch of questions that he know that I can't answer. And I was like, what the heck? So it's just like, yeah, that's why I'm very careful of who I share that information with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Very.
Well, you know what? Thank you once again for being transparent because what you just said is so rare, so real, and so raw. You know, it can be a bit embarrassing to admit to individuals what we're facing, what we're striving to get through, and be able to maintain on a daily basis. You know, you can't help what happens to you in life sometimes, but you can work through it. You can rise above it. You can seek the knowledge and the help that you need so that you can be successful, like I said, in your daily to day operations. just because you may have or be experiencing a learning disability, that doesn't mean that you're defined by it. That doesn't mean that you cannot rise above it. You just may need a little more guidance. You may just need a few different more tools than the next person, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Because if you can fight and get the help that you need,
Mm-hmm.
then you will succeed. You
Yeah.
gotta believe in it, and you gotta believe that nothing in this world, not even your own mind, can stop you from being the great person that you are designed and meant to be.
Yeah.
You know?
My last co-host, like on my last live, when I revealed that to her, she like, wow, I never knew until you told me. It's because I speak a certain way, I talk a certain way, you know. Basically, I basically just be myself. See, I may have a learning disability, but I love learning. It don't stop me from learning. I love learning. Sure, I be looking up stuff all the time. That's why. That's why I'm such a genius when it comes down to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the things that I was interested in was the Bible, and the reason why, for the people that don't know, my name Micaiah is a biblical name. Yeah, it's a biblical name. So basically, man, that's why I studied the Bible from front to, well, yeah, from front to back. Like I know everything, every character, and then I can give you like any like examples of it. That's why I say I'm a genius when it comes
Right.
down to the Bible. So yeah, I love learning, in spite the fact that I have a learning disability. Love learning.
Right. But you don't let that stop you from learning and continuing on your search for knowledge. And I love that. All right, let's jump back into these messages.
I wanted to say something about the medication comment that was made. Not all patients are the same. Medication does work on some people. Medication does not work on some people. Sometimes it's a mix between medication and therapy. The what medication is helpful for is increasing serotonin. And what we find in some studies is that sometimes when there's not enough serotonin in I believe the amygdala, what happens is that you end up shutting down. And the amygdala, by the way, is the fight or flight response system. And if you don't have enough serotonin, you might just shut down and run away. Whereas if you do have enough serotonin, you might be able to fight back in response.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Like, let's keep in mind, not everybody's body is the same. Everybody has a different body. So yeah, like one of the things that my mom shared with me, especially when it came down to my ADHD, she said, "Look, the reason why I didn't give you the medicine and everything is because it will slow you down, basically, and you can't learn that way." Yeah.
Right. Hey, do you have headphones, darling? Because you have some feedback. I don't know if you have us on speaker, but it's a little bit kind of noisy in the
Oh,
background. Do you have headphones you can put in?
yeah, that's my nieces and nephews running around, running up and down the stairs. I do not know why they're doing that, but I will put my headphones in just to excuse me for a moment.
Well, are you currently on YouTube as well? I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut your YouTube family off.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I am on YouTube. Good thing nobody's
All right,
watching.
well, let me take two. I'm sorry.
Good thing nobody's watching.
What did you say?
Good thing nobody's watching. Is
So
that?
wait, you are currently streaming live on YouTube as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let the people know where they can find you so that they can see you in live in person.
Well, okay, all right. All you gotta do is go to YouTube.com and type in the search bar. Just type in MLDT the King. Yeah, type in MLDT the King. Just click. You gonna see this beautiful face, my real face, and everything. And yeah, I am live on YouTube. Live. Mm-hmm.
So absolutely. Let me see if I can. Yes. Okay. So he's correct. All right. So to any of our listeners, do not get off a stereo. But if you do have another tablet or a computer or laptop, like he said, go to youtube.com, type in MLDT, the King. And our King, Micaiah, over here, is currently live. He looks like he's sitting in his room, smiling and having a successful.
She's watching me.
In real time as well. That's super exciting. All right, well, let's get back to our things. We do have some more messages. Before we get to the messages, I want to thank everybody that is here with us on your Saturday afternoon. It is an honor. I am Amina in this to see Micaiah, and if you do not already, please follow us on both Stereo and Instagram, as well as you guys have YouTube and I'm not sure if it's Twitter. There's a lot of different platforms that we would love for you to invest in and to celebrate with him in that. We were talking about mental health and how it impacts all of us, as well as specifically how it has impacted King. I also must say that although I am moderating this, I am not a mental health professional as applied to a psychologist, therapist, a counselor. I am just one of his friends on streets, and we just want to have a good mental health conversation. So please feel free to chime in stories that you may have or any bits of wisdom. We love it, love it, love it. I would like to state that according to MayoClinic.org, mental illness is common. About 1 in 5 adults has a mental illness in any given year. Mental illness can begin at any age, from childhood through later adult years, but most cases begin earlier in life. The effects of mental illnesses can be temporary or long-lasting. You also can have more than one mental health disorder at the same time. Okay, so definitely keep that in mind. If you are a person who is definitely facing or working through a mental illness, please know you are not alone and that there are people who do care and that they want to help you walk through this season of your life and empower you, give you the technique and if necessary, the medication that will help you thrive on your day-to-day situations. All right, let's go to these messages.
Hey, what's up? Amina Hawk and the King Micaiah. You guys are doing an amazing job. I see you on the show. I'm watching, I'm listening. Great topic, great topic. It's something that definitely does have to be explored, and you will be touching lives with your stories. Doing an amazing job, guys. Keep it up.
Thank you, timekeeper. Thank you. Like seriously, that means a lot coming from you. Like seriously, it does. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, okay, so King,
Mm-hmm.
help me to understand what it's like living with the various conditions that you said that you have. You're talking about you said you face depression, anxiety, and now you said that you have a learning disorder.
Yeah.
What is that like for you while you're living, for you living in that condition? And I also pose that same question to any of our listeners out there who's brave enough to be transparent and, to let us know, are you living with a condition? And if you're living with a condition, what does that look like for you? Help us understand that.
Okay.
What does that look like for you?
So with my learning disability, basically, I feel like a lot of times my family treats me like a kid. Like like I'm 30 years old. I'm a grown ass man, but because I have a learning disability, it's just like my family just feels like okay, you may have the body of a grown ass man, but have the mindset of a kid or something like that. So it's just like the way that they talk to me sometimes is like kind of kiddish like, and I'm like, yeah, and they get mad, and they really get mad when I'm like, hey, I ain't for that. because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Yes, I have a learning disability, but I'm still mature. I'm still a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? I can still make decisions. You know, yeah, if you give me the yeah. If you put me in the right circumstance, I can make the decisions for myself. So it's just like, yo, my learning disability don't stop me from doing anything. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what they believe. They believe that it stops me from doing this or doing that or doing that. I'm like, no, that don't. Because my family thinks that I need help on everything. I'm like, no, I don't. No. Like one time, my sister said that you need help getting a girlfriend. I'm like, no, I don't. I can get a girlfriend just fine, as long as you don't.
I agree.
Yeah, as long as you don't. As long as I don't introduce her to the family, and basically they say that, oh yeah, he has a learning disability and everything. That's when the girlfriend, she either leaves or just start babying me. I'm like, what the heck? It's like,
Right.
you don't.
And that can be very hurtful.
Hmm.
If you're a person who is facing and working through any kind of mental health illness, you don't want to be babied. You don't want to be treated any different than anybody else.
Yeah.
And often family members and close friends will go out of their way to help you or to take care of you because they love you, but they don't realize that they might just be enabling you
Hmm.
or hindering you from being the independent, successful person that you were meant to be. So that is definitely something that needs to be addressed. And I'm so glad that you brought that up because if we, as individuals, especially all of us who are in the sterile life right now, if we know anybody that is, facing a mental illness, to remember the words of what King said and don't baby them. Don't belittle them with your speech or your actions because you know what? They want to be independent and grown. So I think that's really, really good
Yeah.
advice right there. So you know what, King? Let's go to these messages.
Hmm.
Low key, your mic is like really messing up.
Which one?
It's a little bit better now, so it's not too bad.
Oh, he was talking about my mic.
Yeah, because remember earlier I was like, oh, there's a lot of background noise
Oh
and stuff
yeah.
like that. But you've made it better, so it's okay. All right, let's keep going. These messages. Thank you so much for taking the time to message us. We would love to hear what you have to say.
Hey, Micaiah, I hope I pronounced it right. I want to let you know that from what I heard in one of your plays, that you can't control the outcome, but you can always control how you respond towards it.
True. True. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. And sometimes my responses are not always right. Like, no, nah, I can admit sometimes my response is not always right. Like, like, like for example, like me, I'm always thinking of doing the right thing. Like, I'm, I'm always trying to do the right thing. But if you're cussing me out, and I know that you cussing me out for the wrong reason, or you really just cussing me out for no reason at all, because I know I didn't do nothing to you and everything. And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I'm only gonna go so far with the nice game. I'm only gonna be like Jesus so far. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like Christ. I'm gonna just take it, and take it, and take it, and take it until I get tired of it, and then I may just flip it right back on you. Just well, blah 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 blah. And I'm from the hood, so so it's just like some extra words come in there and everything. So it's just like, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
I don't make the right decisions all the time.
Right. No one makes the right decisions all the time, but we definitely want want to try, but sometimes we have our moments of weakness. All right, let's go to this last message.
Mm-hmm.
May I ask you something, Gail? If someone, for instance, shows like sympathy towards you, how do you respond towards them? How do you feel? How would you respond?
Is someone what?
If someone shows sympathy towards you,
Sympathy.
how do you
Uh.
respond, like to your conditions?
Uh. If somebody shows sympathy that I have a learning disability, the way that I will respond is kind of like this. Look, I ain't dumb, I ain't stupid, and I ain't retarded. You don't have to baby me. Or I'll put it like this: I am not radio. Have you ever seen the movie Radio?
I have.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would tell somebody quick and fast in a hurry. I am not radio. You do not. You do not have to baby me. You no
Right.
no no. You do not. You do not. You don't have to do nothing for me. I can do it for myself. I got two legs. I got two feet, and I got a brain. I I can do it for myself. So you can keep your sympathy.
Well, I mean, we do have to make sure that we, have healthy boundaries that
Hmm.
we present to our families as well as our loved ones and let them know, hey, I appreciate
Hmm.
your assistance and your well wishes and your, or your concern, but, help empower me in the way that I can be independent and that I can utilize the tools and the redirections that I've gotten from my mental health professional
Hmm.
or that I've looked up and help me to be able to master these redirections on my own because at the end of the day, it is it's your responsibility to make sure that you can function because your
Yeah.
family's not going to always be with you everywhere you go. And you want to be able to function in society and within your mind to the best of your abilities. So I
Yeah.
get that. I totally get that.
Hmm.
All right. So I have some more questions for you. I think you are brilliant, and I am so grateful for you and to all of our listeners who have chimed in with questions and with their own testimonies. Because when you are transparent, we can grow together. So
Hmm.
my next question is your mental health issues that you've had.
Hmm.
How does your mental health struggles, right? How do
Hmm.
they manifest for you physically? So in the sense of mentally, has it been because you deal with anxiety and depression? Has
Hmm.
that manifested in a physical way for you? And if yes, what does that look like?
I mean, well, I mean, shoot. When I feel the need to drink, yeah. When I feel the need that basically I just need to go somewhere and walk, go somewhere and walk, or I feel the need to be by myself. Like, yeah. I mean, that's how it manifests. It's just like, man, I could just be sitting in my room one day and I know you're looking at me, but I can be just sitting up in here in my room one day and just all of a sudden go like, I need a beer. And I never question it. Like, why do I need a beer? Why do I even want a beer? Yeah. So yeah, it kind of happens like that. It's like on and off type thing, especially when memories pop up in my head, like certain
Mm-hmm.
memories, like any type of memory of my ex, uh, uh, any memory of her that pops up in my head. I always, for some reason, I always feel the need to drink. Like I gotta drink. I need, I need, I need something. I need something. And basically, this is the first time of me actually talking about that. Like, wow, yo, wow, getting nervous here.
No, no, don't be nervous. you're doing a beautiful job. Are you comfortable? Do you feel this is a safe space where you
Oh,
can be transparent? Are you okay?
no, no, no. I'm okay. It's just that was the first time that I actually explained that. Like, yeah, yeah. It was just the first time I actually explained that, because, like I said, like any type of memory can actually trigger. Like, it don't even have to be about my ex. It can be just a bad memory that I just want to forget about, and all of a sudden I got a beer in my hand, just drink it. Just I'm like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I got a
No,
drinking
I
problem.
definitely. Crazy. All right, we have another message. Let's get to it.
Mhm.
Hey, okay, how are you today? Um, yeah, I've got visibility, but I'm alright with it. I've got autism, but I can cope. But so yeah, so you're doing all good. See, okay, bye.
Did you understand anything that you just said?
Thank you for chiming in. I really appreciate the words of encouragement that you gave to King. Okay, so we're talking about mental health, right? And mental illness is that people have to face. And stated earlier that 1 in 5 adults, according to MacoClinic.org, that 1 in 5 adults has a mental illness that they are facing each year, any given year. Okay, and I also wanted to state that there's various tell signs that we as friends and family, as well as within ourselves, can notice that will help us understand or to kind of just be knowledgeable of that we may or that someone we know may have or be dealing and facing with a mental illness. Okay. So once
Mhm.
again, according to MacoClinic.org, mental illness is a leading cause of disability. Unrelated mental illnesses can cause severe or several emotional, behavioral, and physical health problems. Complications sometimes linked to mental illness include, and let me know, King, if you feel like any of these symptoms apply to you, okay? Unhappiness and decreased enjoyment of life, family conflicts, relationship difficulties, social isolations, problems with tobacco, alcohol, or other drugs, missed work or school, or any problems related to work or school, legal or financial problems, poverty or homeless, self harm, and harm to others, including suicide or homicide, weakened
Good.
immune systems, or heart disease and other medical conditions. So, any and all of these complications can be a direct result of someone dealing with a mental illness.
Yeah.
Did any of those kind of stand
Well,
out to you?
here's the thing. I already admitted the smoking and drinking, the drug
Right.
issue. I already admitted that. Me feeling unhappy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm with that one too. Like, yeah, there was one point in my life where I wasn't living. I was just existing. If that makes
Yeah.
sense. I wasn't living my life. Oh, I was just existing. And the reason why is because at that time I felt like I was going through so much. One of the things that I was going through was shoot, my breakup, and then all of a sudden my granny died, and then the house burned down, so we had to go live with my sister, my mom. I had to switch locations of my job. My mom's always on my butt about the rent, but I'm like, but I felt like that if we living with someone else, we living with my big sister. Why do I have to pay rent well, to my big sister? So So yeah, it was just a lot of stuff that was going on, and then a lot of stuff that my family have said to me that that literally hurt my feelings. Like for example, one thing, and my mom probably will deny this, but one time, I was just going through something in my head. I was really going through, and I felt like basically they was just trying to tell me how to feel and everything. And I was like, get out of my head, get out of my head. And my mom, she felt like I was acting like a white boy. So she's like, stop acting like a white boy. And when she said that to
Okay.
me, when she said that to me, I left the house and I went to the bar and I started drinking. Uh,
Yeah, no, that's really disrespectful. Mom shouldn't say that.
yeah,
Especially, you know
yeah,
what I mean? Like that's disrespectful, and
yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
It's just
comparing
like,
yourself to other people in a stereotypical manner. That's not okay.
yeah. So it's
I
yeah,
can understand why that would have upset you.
yeah. But the thing is, while I'm at the bar drinking, I'm telling somebody else about it, and they going like, "Well, she only called you a white boy is because you were acting like a white boy." Well, I understand that, but it's just like, don't tell me that. Don't.
Okay, I understand that that's your situation, but I'm not really comfortable with you saying acting like a white boy because I don't know what you're implying about that, and it's racist, and
Oh, yeah,
we
yeah,
don't want to
yeah,
support that
yeah,
on the show.
yeah, yeah,
So if
yeah.
you can refrain from that, I would really appreciate it.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah,
No, no, you're just telling your story. I mean, you can't help what other people say,
yeah.
and I don't want to feed into that stereotype because that's not a fair one.
Oh yeah. That was really not. But anywho, I mean that statement right there just made me like start drinking to the point where my mom literally formed in her head that I was an alcoholic. Like for years, my mom think that I just drunk all the time. I'm like, no. I mean, I don't want a beer all the time. Sometimes, yes, but not all the time. Like, I'm not feeling depressed all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but
No, I hear you. I hear you.
yeah.
Um,
I'm not feeling depressed all the time. So it's just like, yeah, I don't want a beer all the time. Sometimes I just want to chill out. Sometimes I just want to basically just chill, have nobody yelling at me for a few hours. Espe- Especially
no,
when you,
I get it.
yeah,
I totally get that. You want to have peace. You're not trying to always fight or
yeah,
be yelled at or nothing. I get that
yeah.
completely.
Especially when you got a job where, I mean, they constantly yell at you. They constantly feel the need to yell at you. I'm like, what is you yelling about now? Yelling at me ain't gonna get the job done. You're just making it worse on your part. So it's just like, yeah. I mean, I just don't like people yelling at me, especially if you ain't family. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I totally get it. Um,
Mhm.
so with that stated, mental mental illness is something that, like we stated, one in five people, or adults definitely, let me say individuals, have to face and work through each year. It can feel isolating. Often the symptoms of facing any and all various multiple health issues or illnesses, you can start feeling sad, down, you can feel confused.
Mhm.
You may experience, excessive fears or worries or guilt.
Yeah.
Often you can have extreme mood changes. You can feel withdrawn from your friends. Feel the different activities that you might need to engage in. You don't really want to be there.
Mm.
You may have low energy, feel tired. You may not be able to sleep. You may feel that you have the inability to just cope with your day-to-day responsibilities.
Yeah.
You may not be able to understand certain situations. Once again, like King was saying, you may have, may struggle with properly using alcohol or drugs. You may not be able to eat. It may also affect your sex drive. You can develop excessive anger, hostility, as well as suicidal thoughts. And I just need to state out there that if you or anyone that you know is experiencing any kind of suicidal thoughts, and if you're to the point where you really feel like you're going to do that, you can definitely call the authorities. According to MayoClinic.org, they suggest that you call 911 or your local emergency number immediately. Definitely get in contact with a mental health specialist. There's a suicide hotline. Okay, and for the US, that number is 1-800-273-TALK, which is 1-800-273-8255. They also have the use of a webcam on suicidepreventionlifeline.org/chat. Okay, definitely if you feel like you have some of these symptoms of a mental illness, definitely seek out your primary caregiver. Reach out to someone that you love, or you can also, if you feel comfortable, can contact a minister, a spiritual leader, or someone in your faith community. Do not face mental illness alone.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad that you mentioned. I'm glad that you mentioned spiritual leaders and all that, because because I almost forgot to talk about this. Basically, I do a prayer line on YouTube. Well, some friends of mine started a prayer line a long time ago, right? They started a prayer line a long time ago, and basically, what I have done, I put it on YouTube. Y'all may have seen me post it on Instagram, right? A few times. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you call them, they will pray for you. If you call them and ask them to pray for you, they will. They don't need your. I mean, you don't have to say your name. You don't have to say who needs prayer, nothing like that. If you ask for prayer, they will pray for you. Like seriously. And they are some friends of mine. So if you wanna just wanna be part of that experience, you can actually go to my YouTube page. That would happen like every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Once again, every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Yeah, we will be praying on YouTube.
Absolutely. Alrighty. All right, King, we got some more messages, darling. Here we go.
Hey, King, I got you, bro. Yeah, I feel you, like, from my perspective, what you're saying is that when your mother told you that you was, acting like, it was, you felt bad because it was like she wasn't accepting you for who you were. It was like she was telling you that you wasn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? You would think, like, as a mother, you would just be happy with your child. You know what I mean? The person that your child is. You feel me? Not no derogatory things at them. You feel me? So I totally get where you're coming from, bro.
Man, thank you for letting somebody feel me on this. I thought I was alone. I'm like, thank you, Lord, for somebody.
I love that you chimed in and was very extremely supportive of that because Greg made a great point. Like when you're someone's child, you want them to love you and accept you and uplift you for who you are. And when they don't do that, when they fail you in that aspect, that can be extremely damaging to your psyche. It can be extremely damaging.
Yeah, like
now you felt like you had to go and offset that hurt.
Yeah.
In that instance, that's when you went to the bar.
Yeah, so it's just like this. Like in in the girlfriend situation, like I said, my family feels like I need help getting a girlfriend and everything, and my mom keeps on telling me that I have to stop doing some things. And one of the things that she want me to stop doing is my nervous laugh. I'm like, but I mean, it's not hurting nobody, but people find it weird. Why? Girls find it weird and disturbing. It's creepy. That's the word that I get a lot from my sisters and my mother, that everything that I do is creepy, 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 creepy. I was like, why everything that I do has to be creepy? You know what I'm saying? I mean, if that's the case, I might as well just stay locked up in my room and never come out.
I understand. And you hang in there because I need you to know that you are not creepy, that you are amazing, that you have a beautiful heart, soul. You are kind, you are intelligent, and you already are doing great things in this world.
Yeah.
You have a huge social media presence that you have taken by storm in the efforts to just uplift people's days,
Yeah.
to bring smiles and joy and laughter to them and light to them in the dark season that this world is living in.
Yeah.
And I commend you for that. So you hold your head up high, no matter what you're facing, no matter what obstacles you may have to endure. You are beautifully and wonderfully made. And it is an honor to be your friend. And I'm so glad that we're here on this platform today together, bringing up this awareness.
Yeah. It is an honor. I'm I know I say this all the time, every time you do a show with me, but but I'm glad that you said yes. I'm really glad that you said yes. This one, I really thought that you was gonna go like, no. I thought you was gonna go like, no, because I'm always the goofy one, and you used to me being the goofy one. But when you said yes, I'm like, oh, oh yeah, this is gonna be good. This is really gonna be good. And I actually picked the right one, because the reason why I chose you is because you're the one that's gonna always keep me on subject. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I mean, that's the main reason.
Absolutely.
That's really the main reason why I be choosing you, is because you always keep me on subject, even when I'm being funny, even when like I'm like doing something else, you always keep me on subjects. So I'm like, yes, the only person that keeps me on subject is Amina. For some reason, it's just Amina that keeps me on subject, and allow me to actually talk about what we're actually talking about, and not jumping from this topic to this topic and that.
Right.
Yeah,
Or
being
just like I'm about to do right now.
yeah, because I'm.
Roll you in, my brother. All right, let's go to the next. So cool.
The one thing that makes me happy, or that puts me in my what you would call it, my happy place, is really is walking. I mean, that's why I walk everywhere I go. Like, I walk to work. Um, I walk I walk to and from to work. Basically, when I need to be like when I need to think or something like that. Like when so much is going on and I need to think. Yo, I mean, that's what I do. I walk. I mean, I walk around, especially when I can't contact my friends, because that's another thing that makes me happy is contacting my friends and talking to them about it. But when I can't reach Amina or when I can't reach Rick or something like that, then I'll be like outside just walking everywhere, walking around the neighborhood. That's how I find. That's how I know where everything at in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's a great question. Thank you. And I also wanted to state, once again, I'm Amina Hawk, and this is the amazing, very talented King and Micaiah, and we're here. We're talking about mental health. Um, and if you haven't already, definitely follow us on Stereo as well as Instagram, so you'll know when we are dropping our latest and greatest content. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday with us. This is a huge topic that we all need to be knowledgeable about, whether it's for our benefits or the benefit of the ones that we love around us. Real quick, would like to keep this relevant to everybody. According to success.com, once again, 1 in 5 Americans, okay, experience mental health problems each year. 9.8 million. Okay, and this is the number of American adults who have serious mental health disorders. This translates to roughly about 1 in 25 adults. So once again, if you are facing or working through a mental health disorder, you are not alone. 1 in 25 adults deal with serious mental health disorders. 6.9% of the number of adults with major depression, they live in the U.S. Okay. So I'm trying again. 6.9% of adults live with major depression. They face major depression in the U.S. as well as 18.1% of adults face and deal with anxiety disorder in the U.S. as well. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So across the world, depression is the leading cause of disabilities. Okay?
Yeah.
And 2 to 1, women are twice as likely to experience major depression as men.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, my ladies out there, you hang in there. You are strong. We deal with a lot, men do too. But the fact that women are twice as likely to experience major depression, that says something.
Yeah.
Okay, these are statistics once again from success.com. Women, you are strong. You are built to thrive and to persevere. So if you are
Yeah.
facing any kind of mental health issues, definitely stay strong, reach out, do not do this alone, find the mental health professional that can assist you, okay? Because this is something that we need to normalize in 2021 as a thing, something that shouldn't just be laughed at or
Yeah.
pushed aside or overlooked, okay?
Yeah.
What were we saying?
Yeah. I was gonna say that, man. That's true. That's a true statement. Cause like I heard somebody said, a preacher said, I heard a preacher say this that when women are pregnant, they go into these deep, dark depressions and everything. I'm like, and well, I was gonna say, I'm like, y'all, please stop doing that. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's okay. It's okay. So, it, yeah, it's okay. It's okay to talk about it. It's okay to talk about your depression. I'm a living witness. It's okay to talk about your depression. It's okay to talk about how you feeling, even though it seems like that nobody cares. Trust me, that's not true. That's not true. Somebody do care, especially if they telling you to go to a doctor. They do care.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
that.
And let me tell you, like you just said, you're not alone. Okay, according to Stress in America, aside from our friends across the pond, these are American, United States related stats. So, according to Stress in America survey conducted by the APA, 74% of adults said they have had a physical or emotional symptom due to stress within the previous month. Okay, and for our Gen Zs, right? So that's the age of individuals who are from 15 to 21. 91% said that they had a physical or emotional symptom due to stress in their previous month. If you are a person who is facing stress and anxiety, you are not alone. We just have to figure out how do we move forward, how do we imply or implement um, strategies so that we can successfully navigate through being stressed and having anxiety and being able to still conquer our day in a relatively good mental space. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
1 in 5 adults feel that they do not. They feel that they don't feel as though that they do enough to manage their stress. That is probably out of whack. That they're not taking care of themselves. 64% of American adults are stressed at work. Do you ever get stressed at work, King?
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So before we wrap this up, King,
Mm-hmm.
let's talk about something positive, and that is how do we deal with how do we deal with our stress, our anxiety, our various mental health issues, and how do we deal with it? How
O-
do we improve our mental health?
Okay. So.
What do you got?
Okay. Okay. So one way. So one way that I found that basically improves your mental health is do what you love. What do you love to do? Ask yourself, what do you love to do? What do you enjoy doing? If you like, if you like exercising, do that. If you like watching TV, do that. If you like going to church, do that. Do what makes you happy. And another thing, try not at, and the key word is try. Try not to think negative all the time.
Mm,
Yeah, good because the thing is old pastor he said this to me. He says what you feed your mind is what you become. So when you feed your mind with negativity, that's what you're going to be is negative all the time. So yeah, you can't be just sitting around watching Jerry Springer all the time. Yeah, because Springer is not always positive. As Springer is definitely negative at times. Can't be watching Mari because that's also negative. Like watch something that will feed your mind. You know what I'm saying? Or just turn off the TV completely and just pick up a book. But overall, just do what you love. Me personally, the things that I love doing is talking to my friends, walking, going to church. I love going to church and everything, singing, dancing. You know, I can't believe that I'm about to admit this, but I also love doing them TikTok videos for y'all.
no,
Can,
they are really funny. And if you haven't already, definitely follow King Micaiah on his social media platforms.
yeah.
He's currently rocking Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, as well as wait, what's the last one called?
Um, TikTok.
TikTok. Yes, follow him on his TikTok. He is super funny. I am one of his biggest fans, and you should be too. All right.
Oh,
So before we wrap this up,
oh.
we have a message, and we want to let everybody know. Thank you so much for joining us. We still have a little bit more to go, but we
Mm-hmm.
want to hear this message.
Your story is very inspiring, honestly. Keep it up. The fact that you are publicly opening about your side, what you're going through is just amazing, man.
See, what I learned last year is one of the things that I learned last year is I can't share my story with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. It's certain people that can share my story with, and the only reason why I say that I can't share my story with everybody is because of the simple fact that there was one time last year that I shared my story and somebody misunderstood what I was trying to say. versus versus like what I'm going to say and everything. like like I don't know if this person is still on stereo, but I was telling my story and she just left thinking that I was an abuser. She was uh left thinking that I wanted to be a preacher and something like that and R&B sing. I'm like, no. See, you mixing things up and you're only hearing what you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Right.
yeah, I'm very careful on who I share my story with. Now, the reason why
Right.
I'm sharing my story now is because I felt like I'm so popular on stereo. I'm so popular on stereo that people have heard my story before. But I'm wrong. I was so totally wrong. Because there's a whole lot of new people on stereo that follows me that don't know who the heck I am and everything. So
Right.
yeah, and that's why I decided to like actually just come out here and share my story. Now once again, it was Amina Hawk that inspired me to actually start this show anyway. Yeah,
Thank you.
it was her talking about forgiveness and everything, which I said before. I struggle with forgiving people. You know what I'm saying? I really do.
And I thank you for inviting me coming up with this topic. And once again, just like the last listener said, being transparent. Because
Hmm.
through your transparency and your courage, we are all blessed.
Yeah.
So, the question I proposed to you was, what are the nine? Not, I'm sorry, not nine. What are some of the things that we can do to improve our mental health?
Hmm.
And I love success.com. So if you have missed any of statistics or inspiration, definitely please chime in on that website. All right. So some of the ways that we can maintain and improve our mental health, right?
Hmm.
Besides seeing our mental health professional and utilizing their professional techniques,
Because they are expensive.
we also want to make sure. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just adding because they are expensive.
Yes. Do not decide to go that route, which is your choice. Here are nine ways to improve your mental health. Okay, this is according to success.com, and the number one way is to they suggest is to maintain healthy, thriving relationships. Okay, and
Mm.
they stated, and I thought this was so true, that loneliness is an epidemic in the United States right now, which makes total sense. We're all trying to stay social distance. We're trying to stay at home. We're not really out and about that much anymore
Hmm.
because we're trying to stop the spread of coronavirus. So,
Hmm.
with that stated, more people than ever are feeling isolated and in turn anxious and depressed. Okay, so definitely one of the best ways they say that you can protect your mental health is by prioritizing your relationships. Having strong interpersonal connections benefits us in countless ways. It can help us to feel like we're part of a community. It gives us
Hmm.
life meaning and makes us feel accepted. So how can you do that right now? Definitely, we majority of us have smartphones and laptops and tablets. You know, there's so many platforms online that we can use to stay connected.
Hmm.
There's Duo, there's FaceTime, there's Snapchat, there's Instagram. There's
Hmm.
ways that you can physically have a conversation and you don't have to be sitting next to them. Or you
Yeah.
can just be old school and pick up the phone and call them, your loved ones and friends, like, hey, I miss you, just checking on you.
Hmm.
Just wanted to connect with you, see how you were doing.
Oh.
Or you can write a letter of appreciation, be like, I miss you, I love you, thank you for being me. No matter what, make sure you're maintaining your relationships. I know it's so easy for us to like want to just and reconnect and make sure that you have a good, strong base that in your time of need, they'll be there because you stay connected and they'll be able to help you out.
Hmm. Yep. Yep.
What do you,
And one of the main ways to stay connected is being on the studio app.
there it is. Definitely.
Being right here.
Red flag. It's a great way to stay connected. And I think, and you know what, we're being sincere. We're being sincere. I have stereo app, and I don't know how I would have gone through this pandemic without them. Like, I can be sincere, I just, and some of those amazing people are currently in this room right now.
Yeah, see.
So thank you so much for your support and for listening to both King and I, because we couldn't do this without you. And your sweetness, generosity, and kindness on these stereo streams will forever be implemented within our hearts. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
Another way, King, and you've already stated this, to be able to maintain your healthy mental health is to exercise. Okay, you say you stay walking, right?
Yeah, I stay walking. That's probably why I can't get fat.
I said, you don't want to get fat, okay? All right. The impact of exercise on one's mental health cannot be emphasized enough, according to success.com. Okay, whether you are struggling with anxiety, depression, stress, or any other condition, exercise should be an important role in your life. And I know for me it is. When I'm stressed and I can't breathe and I have so much anxiety and I'm like clouded in depression, I need to take a walk. I get my headphones on, I put my good music that I love, and I just go for a good walk, and I can just instantly start feeling better. I feel like some of that stress is relieved because there is chemicals in your brain that when you are working out, it will help you to relax.
Now, see.
Definitely exercise.
Now, here's the thing. Exercising can come in many forms, though. Exercising, many forms. They don't have to be walking. They don't have to be doing push-ups or sit-ups or nothing like that. Exercising can come in the form of dance. That's why I love dance so much, because you could be exercising and not even knowing it. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, you could just be grooving.
I love it.
Yeah,
you could dance in the kitchen with my broom. Like, I promise you, when I'm sweeping, that dance part, that room is the best dance part ever. Okay, you gotta do what you gotta do. And if you don't know how to dance, don't worry. YouTube got you. Okay, type in your favorite kind of dance, and they will be more than happy to show you each and every little step. So there's no excuse why you can't get your groove on.
Look. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you don't know how to dance, don't worry. Because as long as you doing it in your living room and in your kitchen, nobody is watching you. And as long as you're not taping it, key thing, as long as you're not taping it, you good. You good. but see, but dance is it's a great exercise. Shoot, you can get abs from dancing. Trust me, man.
Certain dances, you sure can get some abs.
Yeah, so.
Absolutely. All right, so let's keep going, all right? Number 3, according to success.com, says challenge yourself. One of the worst things you can do in life is to grow stagnant and complacent, okay? And if you stick with the status quo, you won't get to enjoy one of the best things in life, which is wonderful feeling you get when setting up your goals and achieving them. Okay, so challenge yourself. Give yourself goals, dreams. Forget dreams. Dreams are what you do at night when you're sleeping. Your goals are what you actually work for and attain during the day. All right? Set some goals. Challenge yourself. Don't be happy being complacent and stagnant. Okay? This world, you are here for a purpose and a reason, and you need to find it and nail it. Okay? Live your best life.
I mean, sure, set goals for yourself. Like me, for example, and I know I'm talking about me a lot, but like me, for example, one of the goals that I set for myself is to be popular on Instagram, which I am. To be popular in the stereo street, I am. So these are goals that I set for myself that I actually conquered. You know what I'm saying? That actually.
All right, so the next one is to practice gratitude. Okay, once again, earlier we were talking about call up your friends and family, tell them thank you, anybody that has positively impacted you in your life, let them know, especially in the pandemic that we're living in now. Life is short. You don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. Make sure you let everybody know that it's made a difference in your life, that they are amazing, that you are grateful, and that you honor them. Okay? And definitely practice gratitude towards yourself. You have accomplished so much already. Make sure that you thank yourself, that you pat yourself on the back for the things and the hard work that you've done, because nobody would have done it better than you. So,
Um, I mean,
gratitude.
shoot. I would just say, look in the mirror. Get you a big old mirror and put it in your room, and just look at yourself and say, "I love you." Just look at yourself and say, "You." Just tell yourself that you love yourself. Actually, that's what people need these days: self love. You know what I'm saying?
Self love. Self love.
Yeah, because how you gonna
Okay?
love somebody else when you can't love yourself?
There it is. All right, so number 5 is check in with yourself, okay? You can be anxious, depressed, or overly stressed and not even realize it. So please listen to your body, your mind, and your soul. If something doesn't feel right, don't just brush it off.
Uh,
Evaluate, figure out what's the root reason of why you may be feeling anxious or just tired or depressed, okay?
mm,
Number 6 is learn about mindfulness, meditate, okay? So once again, you know, take the time for yourself.
wait a
If
minute,
it's reading a book,
meditate.
if it's dancing or meditating, make sure that you are doing something for you. Once again, like King just said, self help. Make sure yourself is getting the help it needs to be able to thrive and move forward each day. Make sure you go to sleep, okay?
Mm-hmm,
Please make sure you sleep. Make sure you exercise. Make sure you drink that good water,
mm-hmm,
okay? And lastly, but definitely not least, please do not be afraid to seek help, whether that is from a mental health professional, a therapist, a counselor, your best friend, your parents, whoever you
mm-hmm.
trust and love. Okay? I just want to thank King for allowing me to be on this show with him today. It's been
Yeah.
an honor. Thank you guys for listening to us. Once again, I'm Amina Hawk. This is King Micaiah, and we are not mental health professionals, psychologists, therapists, or counselors. We just wanted to have a fun, informed talk that was real and transparent about
Mm-hmm.
mental health. And we hope that it has inspired you to not only examine your mental health and the ones around you, but also to do something about it if you are facing or having to work through any kind of mental health issues. You are not alone. You are strong. You are beautiful. You are smart. You are brave, and you can make it. All right, King, we'll let you close us out, sir.
Well, sure. First off, I'd like to thank all the 11 listeners that are listening to this show. I didn't think it was gonna be a big hit like this. I also like to thank my boy Rick, who's been watching this from YouTube. I also like to thank the beautiful, wonderful talk show host Amina Hawk, for for actually saying yes. Yeah, and for also actually looking at me on YouTube. I don't know if you're still watching. Yeah, but yeah, I really do. Huh? Huh?
See you on YouTube. I love you.
Yeah, she watched me. So yeah, I really do appreciate you. I mean, I know we don't talk a lot, and when we don't talk, it's because I'm trying to create a new show or a new topic or something like that. Yeah, yeah, I definitely appreciate you. Like, really, really do. Especially that time when you saved me. I especially appreciate that.
I did not forget. Yes, your life was drowning. You were like, "Oh, man." I said, "I got you, bro. I got you."
I'm like,
No, you are very talented, and I'm so glad to be able to do this with you.
yeah,
All right, it is time for us to go, but
yeah.
let everybody know where they can find you again and sign us out, sir.
Okay, all right, so you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Yeah, you can find me on all social media platforms known to man. Well, not all, because if it's new, I'm not on it. But yeah, but on my YouTube, you can find me at MLDT Games. Not games. Dang, why I'm saying games. MLDT the King. Yeah, that's MLDT the King. On Facebook, just type in my name and type in Harrison and everything, and basically you'll find me. On Instagram, whew, this is a lot. But on Instagram, which is my main source of entertaining people, would be Mighty Micaiah. All you gotta do is click on my big old head, and you'll find all that. just click on the big old head. You'll find all that.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. Well, you guys have a great night.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy your Saturday, and thank you once again for your time and your energy and your words. All right, King. Good night, sir.
All right. Thank you. Thank you once again. Good night, Amina.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Woo! Now on YouTube, we are officially out.